And with the intention, really accepting the constant change that is life, both on our mats and in our daily activities. Can switch up the direction of those circles. We are creatures of habit. It's good to move in ways that the body's not entirely familiar with. Keeps us sharp, activates our brains. All right, and then we'll come back now to just a little more stillness. Just allowing the leg bones to fall forward and the hands to just gently support. But bringing the legs in if it's more comfortable for you to have them lined up with hips. If you're comfortable being nice and open here through the legs, that's great too. If it feels more stable for you to bring your knees in, that's great too. Okay. And we'll start here with a nice little, very gentle cat-cow movement, really, in the pelvis, tilting the pelvis forward and back. So as you take a nice deep breath in, let the leg bones fall forward. Feel your deep low back root as your spine curves up and away from the ground. And now breathing out, roll your low back flat as the knees come in towards the chest. Nice full breath in now to let the knees fall forward. Just keeping the throat nice and open. The teeth nicely parted. Breathing out and bringing the knees in. One more nice full breath in here, letting the knees fall forward and breathing out as they draw back in. Let them fall open. If they're not, find another little rock side to side, a little movement through the legs, and then bring feet back down onto the ground. And now we'll begin to just find a little fluid movement as we start here through the pelvis. Now, so this is the joy and the beauty of practicing at home, because you get to do this in a safe space, I hope, where you can begin to move and feel without worrying about anyone seeing you. And just notice as you begin to move the pelvis around here, which movements just feel really natural and nice and easy, and which movements maybe feel a little more challenging. Maybe one side feels a heck of a lot tighter than the other. Okay. And then we'll come back now to a little more stability here at center. And from here, we'll move into a nice deep cat-cow. But today we're going to focus on the sit bones as we move. So as you take a nice deep breath in, push the sit bones back as though they were leading the way for, the rest of the body. Sit bones are moving back, and then pull them nice and wide. And as the sit bones widen out, keep the knees rooting. Let the upper back just melt a little. Okay. And we'll just pause here for a breath or two. Breathing right down into your deep low belly. Into your low back, even getting a sense of the sacrum lifting away from the belly as you breathe in. And now we'll get a little more intentional with the sit bones once again, letting the tops of the feet come onto the ground, and now pulling the sit bones in like forward. So the sit bones are literally just moving forward, 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 and feeling how as they come forward, the low back starts to round up and away from the ground. So as the sit bones pull forward, at some point begin to pull them up and into the body a little more deeply. Just letting go through the back of the neck, finding some space between the teeth here, and really enjoying all of the space that you're creating along the back of the spine. Just pausing here for a few breaths. Sit bones are pulling up. But there isn't a narrowing. I mean, there is a narrowing here in the pelvic floor in that the sit bones are moving in towards one another in this action. However, we're not squeezing the pelvic floor in. It's just like an elevator. It's just pulling up, okay? That way, if your pelvic floor is really tight, we're not making it more tight. We're just strengthening.